You're not all supposed to go dead quiet just because I walk in the door.
Hello.
Yeah. You can back up. Are you from India?
No.
Who's the Indian? You're
I'm
from
Indian too, but
well, I know. Whoa, gee, what a what a lucky fucking guess. You know? Check the fucking check the silverware. The only person that's ever taken anything from here is Indian.
really?
From Goa.
I'm from Goa, sir. but I don't take the silverware.
How many Muslims? What the fuck? No Muslims. It's going to be easier seminar. It's easier. Muslims, Indians, born-again Christians are hard work. Engineers, accountants, lawyers, are hard work. Why are they hard work? Because you've learned, well, forget the religious part, the educational part. You've learned life in a certain fact patterns, and you look at data, you look at statistics different, and that's going to fuck you up. Those that have a tabula rasa, as Descartes said, a blank tablet, are the best. The older you are, the harder it is. Women have it easier. For all the reasons you can just think about. This is the last stop for, you tried everything else known to man before you came here. I know that. Not because you deem it to be expensive, because I deem it to be cheap, but it's because you've tried everything. You've tried everything that doesn't make you accountable. And that's why you failed. And that's why you failed. My 25th anniversary is coming up in a few weeks for the first seminar I gave in May 23rd, 1993. And this is also the 550th anniversary of the old girl, the castle. So it's my 25th anniversary of trying to drag you assholes across the goal line. And it's 550 years that James III, in his infinite wisdom, gave Sir John Guthrie a bunch of land for killing a bunch of English. That's how it went back in those days, which is still, by Scottish terms, probably a good idea. But guys and gal, I'm not going to keep putting and gal. The guys, and that's what I'll refer to you as. It'll be a transformation. Even the people that decide not to go forward with the program, some of you will because it's too hard, your life has changed forever. You can never go back. Because for the first time, you're going to learn how to play all the instruments of the financial orchestra like the conductor. Heretofore, you've only learned 1 or 2 or 5, and there's only one financial instrument that's worth the shit that's good. It's been good since Christ, actually before Christ, and it's good now. And you'll learn what that is. And there's only one movable part in the QLA model. One movable part that's important, and you'll learn what that is. And if you follow it, like teenage multimillionaire Josh Kim, you'll do well. The difficulty is that it's emotionally extremely difficult. Intellectually, I could probably give some of you a test in here, and you'd probably all score pretty well. The people that come from direct sales, this is easier for. Direct sales. Most of you haven't. Direct sales, not on the internet, not e-commerce. That's all bullshit. I mean, direct sales, pounding on doors, selling door to door, insurance, etc. You do well because you're used to rejection. The reason why Muslims and Indians have it hard is because rejection isn't part of their life. It's still a male-dominated hierarchy. And the women do what the fuck they're told or they get whacked. I don't mean killed whacked, but whacked, and that's just the fucking way it is. Now, I'm personally from that ilk myself. I think they should do what the fuck they're told and should keep their fucking mouth shut. But I'm a Neanderthal. There's not many of me left. And for those of you that think you're going to go out and try to mimic me or be like me, you're going to fail. Because if you were me, you wouldn't be here. You're here because you failed at every other motherfucking thing you've tried, or almost everything. We have some well-educated people in the room. We have some with no education. We have a couple of active duty military, one Air Force, one Navy. Thank you for your service, guys. But this is it. This is the last stop in the last town. And as far as you're concerned, the world is flat. This is it. If you don't make this motherfucker work, you may not decide to use QLA, but you can never say again to your children, your grandchildren, I didn't know how to do it. Because I keep saying at the universities that I speak at, what are you going to tell your grandchildren and your children when they ask you 15, 20, 25 years from now, what the fuck did you do when they were giving away money free? What the fuck did you do, granddad, dad? Well, I sat there with my thumb up my ass, just like my parents did and just like my grandparents did. Virtually everybody here is because your parents fucked up. And if love got the job done, we wouldn't have this seminar. Love does not get the job done. And as we go through this, and there's been some major changes in the seminar the last 6 months, which I'll explain more tomorrow. But it just doesn't get the job done. It doesn't. And 50% of you are going to kick your partners, your significant others to the curb, or they'll leave you. At least 50% of you that have current business relationships, those relationships will end. At least 50%. Can't you just see kick the old lady to the curb? Boom! Some of you want to kick the old lady to the curb anyway. Just think her head's a soccer ball. Boom! Well, you're going to have a reason now. I'm going to give you a reason. Because they're going to get in the way of you creating transformational wealth. So you're going to decide whether the old bitch is worth it. Some cases it's a young bitch. But the operative word is bitch. Some of you on your paperwork said, when I asked the questions about if they're supportive and that, remember? And what's the high performance thing your significant other ever did? Most of you have said nothing. They didn't do a fucking thing except squat and have kids. And they said, 2 or 3 of you said, I certainly hope she'll be supportive. Well, right now, that's it. Death knell. You might as well kick the bitch to the curb now. I certainly hope, well, if you're telling me that in a piece of paper, you certainly hope the cunt will be supportive, forget about it. Not one of you said absolutely 100% she'll be supportive. Not one cocksucker in this room. That speaks volumes. You got married for the wrong reasons. You're staying with a slag for the wrong reasons. You had kids for the wrong reasons. I'm going to prove to you at least 50% of you in this room are by accident. I'm going to prove to you that you're by accident. Not just because you're 9 years apart either. And you know that you're by accident. There's only 3 or 4 people in this room that their parents gave them a high-performance model to follow. And then none of those guys followed it. Why are on my site the 2 least links clicked? How do you get the fucking money? Deal flow. How do you get the motherfucking money? and deal flow. With those two things, you don't need anything else. In a day, I go days without not one fucking click on those two links. Because you're pretending. Right, pendejo? You're pretending. Well, the pretending game stops here. Because unlike AA, where you 12-step programs, my name's Dan, I'm an alcoholic, I slipped, I'm only 6 hours sober. You heard that story, right? Well, here, there's only one slip and you're out. Because I don't come and hug you and say, oh, well, I understand, because I don't give a fuck. There are no second chances here. This is it. And only one person in this room almost passed the snowflake test. One! And there are stupid questions. If it is obvious to me that you didn't read all the, and I know hardly any of you read all the shit I told you to read. Well, it's going to become pretty fucking obvious. And tonight you're going to have written homework. You have written homework every night. There is no gym. You haven't earned the gym privilege. You haven't. I'll explain all that in the morning. But and I do grade the homework. And if the homework's not up to stuff, I throw you out. This is the first time in your miserable fucking soiled lives that you're going to be held accountable. And then the 52 weeks of a mentor program, which is for free. I do it for free because if I decide to stop coaching, which isn't likely, or I decide to throw your ass out, I have no there's no bias because it's for free, and I throw you out. So the weekly reports and the monthly Zoom calls are important. And a few of you will be prepared, but as soon as 2 or 3 of you get thrown out, then you'll prepare more. And that's why you haven't been successful heretofore. Now, the classes, if you call them that, are held in the pavilion, which is about 120 meters down that road on the left. And if somebody's late, the whole class suffers. I just want to tell you, if somebody's late, the whole fucking class suffers. I can't make that much clearer, can I? I will bet my left testicle at least one of you will be late. I'll bet both testicles. Because you can't help yourself. Because people have been telling you you're fuck-ups so long in your life, you believe they're your fuck-ups. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Is it going to be the fat Indian that's late? Maybe. Somebody's going to be late. And everybody in the class will suffer for it. I'm going to save that as a surprise, how you suffer. But you'll suffer. And you will learn to hate people in this class. Because it's the same 4 or 5 to fuck up first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, and sixth day. It's the same ones. Some of you are already begging for me to throw you out. And I will oblige you. I will oblige you. Thank you. No more. Thank you. In the last 3 seminars, we've had 4 fistfights amongst the kids, 4 fistfights. Normally, I don't put this on YouTube, but I want it to be, not that I need their validation. If you get in a fight this time, you're out. Normally, I like to see the blood and shit, but, you broke furniture last time. Expensive furniture. So why would you get in fistfights with each other Why? We've had women kick the shit out of men at this seminar. Literally, thump the shit out of them. That's a sad motherfucking commentary on manhood. That's all I got to say. If your parents fought at home fist fights, there's something not right. Of course, you're not right. That's why you're here. Anybody have any words of wisdom? Good. No words of wisdom. Are we ready? He's behind you. Oh. Okay, you can bring me my... Thank you very much. And if anybody abuses the staff, and why would I even have to say this, right? You're going to have to deal with me. And you don't want to deal with me. If anybody says a harsh word, I will fuck you up big time, physically. You'll need dentures. So just remember that. And, okay, YouTube, go fuck yourself. That's it.